All right, we are now less than an hour away from polls officially opening. This is a live look at one of the voting locations that's going to be opening up in about 58 minutes in Hillsborough County. 2 years ago, Hillsborough County was one of the 9 counties in the state of Florida that voted blue out of the entire state. We're talking about 67 counties in all, and President Trump is hoping that it stays that way today. According to a CBS News YouGov tracker, more than 70% of voters say President Trump will be a factor in how they vote today, and Republicans are confident they'll keep control of the Senate. But that very same CBS News YouGov tracker poll says Democrats have a slight edge to take back control of the House of Representatives today for the first time since 2010.
El Pasoans have turned out at 3.5 times what they did in the last midterm election. If that trend continues tomorrow, we win.
With the economy booming in Texas, who in their right mind would want to screw that up?
Boy, that is going to be an exciting race to see play out today. Candidates around the country are saying this is the most important election of their lifetime, and voters seem to agree. Early voting numbers are already setting records across the entire country. There are 36 governor races happening across the country today, and both chambers of Congress are up for grabs. One of the tightest races is right here in Florida between Mayor Andrew Gillum and former Congressman Ron DeSantis. And just after Brightside, Manuel Borquez will be live in Tallahassee, where Mayor Gillum will be voting in today's election. Ron DeSantis will be casting his ballot in Ponte Verde Beach at 7:15 this morning, and he will be joined by family and his supporters. Democratic candidate for Attorney General Sean Shaw will be voting at the North Tampa Public Library at 7:30. His opponent, Ashley Moody, will be casting her ballot at the Florida Aquarium when polls open at 7 o'clock, about 57 minutes from now. And a new poll released on Monday shows Florida Democrats are building momentum heading into today's election. The Quinnipiac University poll has Democrat Bill Nelson leading Republican Rick Scott by 7 points right now in the governor's race. Democrat Andrew Gillum is leading Republican Ron DeSantis also by 7 points. The poll has a margin of error of plus or minus about 3.5%. Again, that was from Quinnipiac University. But no matter what the polls say, 10 News will be all over the state of Florida tonight for victory and concession speeches. We have teams in Tallahassee, Orlando, and down in Naples, Florida right now. This midterm election is being dubbed the Year of the Woman, with more female candidates running for office across the country than we have ever seen before. And Brightside's Jenny Dean is here to talk about the significance of this election for women everywhere.
Oh yeah, definitely, Rob. And I do have a fun fact for you. It's interesting that a recent United Nations report ranked countries for their percentage of female legislators. And you'd think the U.S. would be somewhere near the top. Wrong. We are 104th. And that number's surprising because according to the Washington Post, women vote in larger numbers than men here in the U.S. Now let's break down the numbers. In the U.S. Congress, there are 84 female representatives and 23 senators. According to the Washington Post, at least 540 women are running for state or federal or state legislative offices. In Florida, 27 representatives and 13 senators in the state legislature are women. And we now want to take a look at some of the governor's races. So there are currently 6 female governors across the country. That could change tonight. Take a look at this map here. 16 women are hoping to run their states, including 4 incumbents that are currently serving as governor. Now, 2 of these women would make history if elected. First, Stacey Abrams is running for governor in Georgia. If elected, she would be the first female African-American governor in the country. And then there's Christine Hawkins, a candidate in Vermont who has already made history by being the first major party nominee who is transgender. And if she wins, she would, of course, be the first transgender governor. And Rob, the 2018 election year being compared to the last Year of the Woman, which was in 1992, when a record number of women actually ran for and won elections across the country.
But we could break records this year that
Definitely.
Have been held for a long, long time now. You know, it's Vermont, a very progressive state.
Definitely.
That Stacey Abrams election in Georgia, that's been national headlines for weeks now.
She's had a lot of celebrities. Oprah has been out there supporting her. So, I mean, just the significance of women running for office, I think, is important to note.
And it's all going to play playout starting in just about 54 minutes. Be sure to follow 10 News on social media throughout the day today. We will be live streaming on Facebook and on our website, WTSP.com. And we are just getting things started on this Election Tuesday here on Brightside. Could Florida have a new senator by the end of the day? It's time to see where Bill Nelson and Rick Scott stand on the issues. But before we go to break, we want to remind you about the amendments that you'll see on the ballot today.